And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. To you it shall be for food. Genesis 1:29. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. Psalm 78:25. Everyday Manna with Lisa.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Everyday Manna. On today's program, we're going to be making calzones, Italian calzones. We're going to make two different kinds. We're going to make one with an Italian sausage and lots of vegetables, and then we're going to make one with just pepperoni and cheeses, and then we're going to make a green salad with a lemon vinaigrette dressing. Then we're going to make parfaits, fruit parfaits, and it's going to be delicious. So let's get started. I've got a skillet here preheating on medium-high heat, and I bought just the Link Italian mild. I got the mild, just the Link Italian sausages at my grocery store this morning, and I'm actually going to take them. This is a fresh sausage, so it has to be cooked. I'm going to take them out of the casings, and I'm just going to saute the sausage. And so you just want to, if it's a fresh sausage, you want to take it out of the casing and just crumble it up. We'll crumble it with our spatula in just a second. Just kind of slit the casing open and take out the sausage. Now, Italian sausage comes in hot and mild. Now, I got the mild today because, it's kind of a spicier dish, so we don't, you don't want to overpower it with too much of the heat that can come from the hot sausage. Sometimes the hot sausages are very hot, and so we're just going to use the Italian. If you don't want to use sausage, you could substitute some, like a ground pork or ham. You could buy deli ham and slice it and use that too. You could do that if you wanted to, whatever you want to do. Calzones, if you don't know what that is an Italian dish that the pizza crust, it's like a folded over pizza. You have the pizza crust that you put your fillings in, and then you just fold it over and bake it, and it's delicious. And then you just use some jarred, I bought my favorite marinara sauce, and I've just got it heating. I've just have one jar of just the marinara sauce that I like, and I've just got that heating gently on my stove. I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of canola oil to my sausages. And find my wooden spoon here. And I like wooden utensils. Do you use those? I just prefer them over just about anything, really. You just kind of want to break up the sausage. We're going to cook the sausage because, like I said, this is a fresh sausage. So it's not been cooked, it's not been preserved or anything like that, so you want to make sure that you cook it. You can get the sausages that are already cooked, but this particular one is not. So we want to take now, while that's simmering, we're going to slice up one green bell pepper. You could use a red pepper, you could use a yellow, or whatever you like. You could leave out the pepper if you don't like green peppers. That would be fine too. You can put any kind of vegetable that you like in here. And I love green peppers, so I'm going to put a green bell pepper in there. I'm going to put some onion in there, and I'm going to put some olives. You could use black olives, you could use green olives, the Kalamata olives. You could use any kind of olive that you like. I'm going to kind of dice up my green pepper here into a sort of small dice. I'm going to use the whole pepper. We'll see if we need it all in just a minute. Let's see how much it chops up to be. Calzones are delicious. They're easier to eat. The pocket foods. I was watching a program on TV the other night, and that's what they did. And it reminds me so much, and I'm going to make this for you one day, of Mike's grandmother. She was Slavic, and she made this dish called, I had a half of an onion left over, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. And then I've got another onion that I'm going to chop up here. But she made these things called pasties, and it's a dough that you fill with meat and not peppers, but carrots and some. I add a little bit of onion, and sometimes you can put a rutabaga in there, and ground beef, And then you make a pastry and you just put the filling in there and roll it and bake it, and it's so delicious. And I can't help, every time I think of that I make something that's of a rolled nature, I think about Grandma. Grandma Roberts was her name, and I just loved her dearly. She was just a sweetheart. She's been gone from us now for some time. We miss her. We talk about her often. Our sausage is just browning up in our skillet. Our oven is preheating to 375 degrees. You could customize your ingredients. Maybe you some people like a chicken on their pizza. I've seen chicken pizzas. You could put chicken in this. You could some people actually like pineapple. I don't care for pineapple on pizza. I don't care for pineapple at all. But you could put your pineapple in here. You could put any kind of thing that you like on your pizza, whatever kind of pizza that you like. You could do this very same recipe and just put the things that you like in your pizza, in your calzone, because it's just the method is what you want to learn here. And then you can customize the ingredients to whatever you like. Just breaking up my sausage a little bit as it's browning. Chop up, that onion was quite a bit, so I think I'm just going to use half of this other onion because I don't think we need too much onion in there. You kind of want the flavors of the other things to come through. I love Italian food. I guess if I had to pick a favorite cuisine, Italian would be mine. I love Italian food. Make it a lot. Different kinds of things. We do pasta primaveras and chicken parmesan, and we'll do all these things. We'll take this culinary journey together as we go along with the program. But I do love Italian food, and it's just, like I said, it is my favorite, and just lots of different things, lots of fresh vegetables. I'm a big vegetable eater, so anything that has a lot of vegetables, I think that's why I like Chinese food so much, is that it has a lot of fresh vegetables in it. Okay, we're going to add to our skillet, we're going to add our green peppers. We're going to saute these vegetables because the calzone does not take that long to cook. So you want to make sure that your vegetables are softened before you stuff your calzone. I'm going to have a lot of filling here. That's okay, isn't it? You just do different things with it. We're going to add a little bit of salt. And a little bit of fresh ground pepper. A lot of fresh ground pepper. Then we're going to add Italian seasoning that you buy in any grocery store out there. We're going to make two different kinds, so I'm going to kind of divide this in half. I'm going to put about probably a teaspoon of the Italian seasoning. That sausage was very lean, which is a good thing. You really do kind of want that to be more on the lean side. I'm just going to keep sauteing these vegetables and this sausage up. When I come back, we're going to stuff the calzones. I'll be right back with you in just a minute. Hey, and welcome back. Now we're going to add to our mixture, our sausage mixture, just a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes because we like things spicy around here. So we're going to add, just about probably 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. You could leave that out if you don't like spicy, but we do. And this is looking delicious, I'll just tell you. It looks so good. All right, now let's start assembling. I've got a little pile of pepperonis here. I've got some black olives. Now I am using just store-bought pizza dough that you can get in any grocery store out there. It works beautifully for this. Take a little bit of your flour. Oops, about to get my cheese. A little bit of flour on your board, on your big cutting board. Unroll your pizza dough. If I can get it out of here. Come on, you. Unroll your pizza dough. Find the beginning here. Here we go. Come on, you. Doesn't want to unroll for me. There we go. Let's move our pepperonis off here. Our sausage is just about done. Let's turn him down. And you want to roll out your pizza dough just a little bit. If it breaks, that's okay. You can patch it. It's not a big deal. You've got to have holes in your calzone anyway to let the steam escape. So just fold it over and just kind of patch it. Take your rolling pin, add a little bit of flour to your rolling pin and kind of roll it out just a little bit. We're going to just take it and roll it out. I'm aiming for a rectangle here, and that does not seem to want to patch. That's okay though. We will use the other side. All right, get it rolled out. Just kind of stretch it out there. And then let's get our filling. You want to aim for filling up about half of this calzone, okay? You want to keep your fillings on this back half of your calzone. So let's start by layering just a little bit of pepperoni. A little bit. I mean, what's Italian food, pizzas, and that kind of thing without pepperoni? So we want to add just a little bit of pepperonis. I'm going to add a little bit of black olives because that's what I like. You can leave them out if you don't like them. You could do green olives if you like green olives. I love green olives, but I use the black today. I'm going to add a little bit of my filling. And got a piece of sausage that escaped there on me. I've got a parchment-lined baking sheet right here that we're going to bake this on. Let's add a little bit more right there. And of course, you got to have cheese. I mean, you have to have cheese. Now, I bought today the blend that you can get in your dairy department that has Parmesan, it has mozzarella, it has Fontina, Romano, all of that in one. So I bought that. Now you could, of course, provolone has provolone. You could, buy them separately, but you got to have cheese, a lot of cheese. Or you could add as little or as much as you like. I happen to like a lot of cheese in mine. So just add your cheese. Sprinkle it with just a touch more of your Italian seasoning, and then you want to fold over your crust, and mine just did not want to seal right there. Okay, just fold it over, and then you want to seal those edges. Just use your finger. It's important that you completely encase the filling, okay? And mine is being a little bit contrary there. Here we go. And just fold over your edges to kind of seal in your edges. And I'll show you a neat little trick in just a second as to how I get those to stay. Take a fork and press down. My fork needs some flour. Press down your edges all the way around. Now this is just one. We're going to make two. We're going to do one the very same way except with the dough, except we're only going to use the pepperoni and some olives. And I've got a hole in there that doesn't seem to want to fill, but that's okay. It'd be all right. Then get you a big spatula and carefully, ever so carefully, let's see if we can do it. If we can get our calzone and on our baking sheet without it coming apart. And we want to put this, whoops, and then just spread it back out. On your parchment lined, try to cover that up if you can. If it doesn't, that's not a big deal. On your parchment lined baking sheet. And we're just going to seal that up. We're going to make our other one. I'm going to need to get another pan here. So let's put some more flour on our board. I have flour everywhere. Get our other crust. And I think what I'll do with this one is make 2 smaller ones, so it's not quite so hard to move. Come on out of there, buddy. And roll your pizza dough. This one's behaving better for me. A little bit of flour. You could use cornmeal too with this. Some Italian restaurants actually do roll their pizza dough out in a cornmeal. So either one would be fine. Kind of roll that out. This one's doing much better for me. And then I think I will go ahead and cut this one in half just so that it will be a little easier to work with. Just cut it in half. You could cut it in 4s and make little individual ones if you wanted to. That would be fine too. And with this one, we're just going to do pepperonis. Lots of pepperonis. That's what I want in this one. And cheese. I'm just going to keep filling this one with pepperoni and cheese. And I'm going to fold them and get them on the sheet. And when I come back, we're going to make a delicious fruit parfait. I'll be right back with you in just a minute. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 3 says, "But the Lord is faithful, who will establish you and guard you from the evil one." You know, God is faithful to us. And you know, even with a castle, it is nothing more than a pile of stones without that foundation. And we need to allow God to become the foundation of our life. We need to allow Him to become the rock that we build upon. You know, the Bible tells us that the rock is where we should build our church, where we should build our house, where we should build our lives. Know that God is your foundation, and let's build upon His solid rock and not the sinking sands. Welcome back. Now we're going to make our fruit parfaits. Now what I have here is a store-bought lemon pound cake. You could make your own if you wanted to, but the store-bought ones really are delicious anymore. And why make one if you can buy one that's just as good? I have vanilla pudding, just instant vanilla pudding, and 3/4 of a cup of milk. And I'm just going to make some pudding real quick. Put my beater in there first. Just going to kind of beat this up. What we're going to do is we're going to make a parfait. We're just going to use these pretty dishes. We're going to cut this into cubes and just add some beautiful fruit and chocolate, and it's going to be delicious. This just takes a second. So let's just get this out of the way here. And we're going to take our pound cake and we're just going to cut it into cubes. Take a slice and just cut it into bite-sized cubes. I guess if I had to pick a favorite cake, I think pound cake would be my favorite My sister makes a delicious pound cake that she got from her neighbor. Her recipe came from her neighbor that died many years ago. Her name was Mrs. Jones, but we always called her Jonesy. And you just take a little bit, just a few of your pound cake cubes down in the bottom of your pretty dish. This is just chocolate chips with a little bit of milk that we melted in the microwave, and just add just a few little drizzles of your chocolate over your pound cake. Then we want to add a spoonful or so of our vanilla pudding. Just kind of add a little bit of that. Then we're going to add some of our berries. I've got a mixture here today of strawberries and blackberries, but you could use blueberries, strawberries, whatever you like. I love strawberries, and they're in season right now, so I tend to use them a whole lot while I can get them fresh. So I'm just going to slice some strawberries in there. Let's do one more. And then look at these gorgeous blackberries. Are they not the prettiest berries? And so we just want to add a couple of our blackberries. Blackberries are very perishable, so you do want to be careful with that. Add a few more cubes of your beautiful pound cake. Layer that in there. Add some Cool Whip or whipped cream, whatever you like, on top. And then, of course, more of your chocolate. Just drizzle your chocolate all over. Down in there, get that chocolate all over everything. This is a wonderful dessert. It's delicious. You could customize it 100 different ways. You could use a different flavored pudding if you wanted. You could use plain pound cake. You could use chocolate pound cake. You could use sour cream, whatever you like. And then let's add on top, let's put just a pretty little berry. Let's fan it out. Just slice it, not all the way through, and then just take it and fan it out. It just looks so pretty like that. And one of our blackberries, and maybe just a spoon of the solid whipped cream right there, just to add some color to it. And there you go. There's our delicious fruit and pound cake parfait. And we'll just make up another one here in just a couple of minutes. We'll finish these up later. Now, our calzones are in the oven at 375 degrees. Now we're going to have that. We're going to make a lemon. We've got just a salad that I've just bought, the pre-mixed salad that you can get in the grocery store. I've added just some croutons. I got the Italian blend with the radicchio and romaine, and just added croutons and some olives, black olives, Kalamata olives. And right now we're just going to take our lemon and we're going to just squeeze it in a bowl. Squeeze one whole lemon. I just like simple salad dressings. I've told you that before. I really don't like a heavier salad dressing. I like just simple little vinaigrette type dressings. I'm not a big fan of the ranches and whatever you like. You know, you get the point of that. So we just want to have a little bit of a salad dressing here. Some fresh black pepper. A little pinch of salt. And I'm going to zest, lefty here, I'm going to zest a lemon because I like the flavor of the zest in a salad dressing. It just adds just that punch of lemon to it. And then while you're whisking, slowly add some olive oil. And that allows it to emulsify. Now, I like my salad dressings a little more vinegary than most people. I think I'm going to add a touch more salt to it. I like it a little more vinegar than oil, but you can do your ratio how you like it. And then just take your salad and pour just a little bit of your salad dressing over. And I like a lot of pepper, so I'm going to add some fresh My hands are slick there. Fresh cracked pepper over my salad. There's just a simple green salad with a lemon dressing, and I use that dressing a lot. Now our calzones went into a 375-degree oven and they baked for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're golden brown. And here is what you get. We made two different calzones today. We made one with just pepperoni and cheese. Well, we made three actually. One with pepperoni and cheese, one with pepperoni, cheese, and black olives. And then we made one with sauteed peppers and onions and some Italian sausage, and we flavored it all up with Italian seasoning. We just have a jarred marinara sauce that we've heated on the stove, and we just put that in there, and this is ready to go. We've got a beautiful fruit and pound cake parfait with vanilla pudding and fresh fruit, and then our green salad with our lemon vinaigrette dressing. I do hope you try these recipes. They are delicious and you will enjoy. Until next time, and I'll see you tomorrow on Everyday Manna.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Everyday Manna and would like a copy of today's recipes, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Living Faith Television in care of Everyday Manna, Post Office Box 1867, Abingdon, Virginia 24212, or visit our website at www.livingfaithtv.com. Please be sure to include the program number found at the bottom of the screen in your letter.